Here's your news for September 10th, 2020. And your headlines for today include Miro, Rusev, debuts for AEW, takes a dig at WWE. Lana reacts and quickly deleted her tweets. AEW officially signs another former WWE superstar. WWE royally screws 50 wrestlers. Future of their life is uncertain. Keith Lee could finally get back his old entrance music or a totally new one. Wrestler finally comes out and reveals that he is actually blind. Mandy Rose going against Vince McMahon in WWE for big money. WWE's current plans for Royal Rumble location. Nia Jax is in the news again. She publicly criticizes WWE. Matt Hardy released a video to share an update on his future. New instructions for WWE Thunderdome, and more. We're kicking off today with AEW news as Miro has proven that he's all elite after he was announced as Kip Sabian's surprise best man on Dynamite. The former Rusev had a big smile as he debuted in the Daily's place, and fans went insane with Miro Day chants, something that he said had a nice ring to it, and after hugging his Twitch brother Kip Sabian and waving to the crowd, even JR said he didn't see this coming. During his promo, Miro spoke about spending the past decade in the same company with the same glass ceiling and brass ring, adding, "You can shove that brass ring up your ass." Ending his promo with the phrase, "My name is Miro and I'm all elite," AEW tweeted a photo shortly after confirming his signing, which marks his return to the ring since he was released in WWE's Black Wednesday firings shortly after his storyline with Lana and Bobby Lashley. Post-release, Miro has kept up well with his fan base thanks to his Twitch channel and interviewing friends, and given that his non-compete clause ended in July, it was only a matter of time before somebody snatched up the mega-talented star. Now Miro is all elite, a huge pickup for AEW and a great move for the former US champion, and one that his wife Lana weighed in on. In her first tweet, Lana said that she was shook, an emotion she shared with most fans, while she also posted 2 tweets which were instantly deleted, but not before we were able to save them. It'll be fascinating to see how the married couple do in opposing companies, but for now, it's clear that AEW has picked up a big name in Miro. Miro isn't the only big name to be picked up, as AEW have confirmed the signing of former NXT superstar Tay Conti. The company made the announcement on Wednesday morning after weeks of Conti appearing for them, and her release from WWE in April came after reports that she was unhappy over pay and how she was used. Conti is already teasing joining the Dark Order in AEW, and after feeling underutilized in WWE, she'll have a chance to show what she can do now as part of AEW's women's division. We're entering the courtroom next as 2 years ago, Judge Vanessa Bryant dismissed a trio of concussion lawsuits by former WWE talent, including Road Warrior Animal, Paul Orndorff, Jimmy Snuka, and more. 2 of these lawsuits were dismissed with prejudice, which meant they couldn't be refiled, and lawyer Konstantin Kairos had to pay legal fees, though Kairos vowed to appeal. Unfortunately for him, this appeal has now been dismissed by the U.S. Court of Appeals for the Second Circuit, which upheld Bryant's 2018 ruling. The wrestler's case claimed WWE didn't protect them from head injuries that could have resulted in CTE, though WWE fired back with, among other arguments, the point that these superstars wrestled around the world, which made proving which company they suffered head trauma under next to impossible. In a statement to Wrestling Inc., WWE said, WWE was subjected to stale and frivolous claims brought by Konstantin Kairos, whose misconduct triggered countless judicial opinions along the way. Today, the Second Court put an end to his pattern of baseless litigation, leaving open only the question of how much he now must pay to WWE as a sanction. Kairos spoke of the decision with the Associated Press, saying, "In its conclusory assertions, the injured wrestlers find no justice, having been literally denied a day in court. Per this mandate, wrestlers have no rights to bring a lawsuit, no rights to help from WWE for CTE and head injuries, no rights as misclassified employees, no rights to a jury, and ironically, no right to even appeal." Unlike other companies such as the NFL and NHL, which have settled lawsuits from players, WWE have thus far avoided liability for head injuries and CTE, and for now, this decision continues that trend. We've got Keith Lee news next, as the Limitless One is still on the hunt for new music. We previously covered that WWE rehired ring announcer Josiah Williams, but that's just one of his talents, as Williams is also gifted at making music, even rapping the Street Profits to the ring in the past. When Lee saw the tweet confirming Williams' return, he congratulated him, before adding that Williams should tell WWE to let him make a new theme for the former NXT champion. Lee's NXT theme was nixed because WWE are trying to remove any songs from their former music creators CFO Dollar, and we'll have to see if WWE follows the fans and Lee's wishes and give him a new theme. Now, sometimes fans don't really know what's going on with a wrestler, no matter how much they see them on TV, and one person who knows that is Crazy Steve. Recently returning to Impact, Steve has been a consistent feature on the show, but now revealed that he actually is blind. Speaking on Tommy Dreamer's House of Hardcore podcast, Steve explained how he became a blind pro wrestler and had problems very early on in his life that escalated. He said, "I'm blind. That's news to some people because as of recently, I just came out advertising it. I am making that part of the advertisement to Crazy Steve. He is the real-life version of Daredevil because I can't see and I'm still able to do what I do. Before that, I never told anybody I was blind because I didn't want that to be a part of the thing. I wanted to be known as a good wrestler. I wanted to be known as somebody you can work with and is a cool character and who knows his character and meets the criteria of a wrestler. I wanted to have that first, and I didn't want the tagline that he is blind. I guess it comes from my pride. I'm blind. I was born totally blind. At a young age, I found out I had cataracts. When I was born, I was 2 pounds and had to be put in an incubator. They removed the cataracts at a young age, so I was able to somewhat see. I always had giant glasses. I can't drive. I also have glaucoma. As I get older, my eyes continue to get worse. I am the Michael Jordan of not seeing. I am really, really good at it." Steve didn't give a percentage of eyesight he has left, but given that he can't drive and it's getting worse as he gets older, his story is truly inspirational. He can't see, but he's able to make things work in the ring, which was a pretty brave thing to admit, as most fans wouldn't have known anything was wrong by watching him perform. As long as he can, Steve is set on performing to the best of his ability in Impact, and given his talent, there's a reason why he's been on the show so consistently since his return. Over to AEW now, as next week's Dynamite air date is set for Thursday, but that could change. On this week's show, Excalibur explained that next week's show will be on Thursday due to the NBA playoffs, but if the playoffs are finished before Wednesday, then Dynamite will fill its usual Wednesday spot. This week's episode also saw AEW World Champion Jon Moxley's next title defense confirmed, as he'll face Lance Archer on October 14th after Archer won the Casino Battle Royal at All Out, giving everyone a few weeks to build to the match. We'll have to wait and see if Archer dethrones Moxley next month, but if the company plans on hyping the show on next week's Dynamite, the exact date of the next edition of AEW TV is still uncertain. Back to WWE now, and despite the new edict that stops any third-party deals, Mandy Rose has 2 non-WWE virtual meet and greets coming up. Working with FanMio, fans who pay $30 will get a shirt and may get the chance for a virtual meet and greet, whilst you'll have to pay $100 for guaranteed screen time with her, and $180 will get you a meet and greet and an additional autograph. Mandy's meet and greet will take place on September 26th at 2 p.m. and 4 p.m., and given that this is before All Superstars Must Cease third-party activity on October 2nd, it's likely that she'll go ahead with this unique virtual experience. We are looking ahead to 2021 now, and after so many pay-per-views had to happen without fans in attendance, everyone is hoping the new year will be different. According to WrestleVotes, that may be the case, as WWE reportedly has somewhere planned for January's Royal Rumble. As they reported, asked what the Royal Rumble location plans are, learned that WWE has a city in mind and are looking to get back to live crowds prior to that. However, they are keeping an eye on what the NBA and NHL do for next season regarding fans and capacity levels. January is still a few months away, and anything could change between now and then, though we're sure that WWE is hoping to have any huge returns as part of the Royal Rumble matches be met with thunderous cheers from a live audience. One person fans could see at the Rumble is Nia Jax, but what fans see in photos may be different to the real irresistible force. Being one half of the women's tag champions with Shayna Baszler, the two don't get along and will presumably feud again when they lose the titles, but this week, Jax's attention turned to the company. On Instagram, Jax called out WWE for touching up her face in a photo after she realized they took a zit off her chin, and made the point that her current look is the result of hard work. She said, "I get that Facetune is a thing now, but I'm not a big fan. I wear enough makeup and have great hair installed to pick up where I lack in looks. Facetune is a bit much. Yes, in my untouched pic you can see a big zit on my chin, whatevs. I've asked WWE to please replace my obviously Facetuned pic with the untouched. I'm not happy with the message it sends." With facetuning and face swapping now a thing, nobody knows what people really look like until they see them in person. And we'll have to see how WWE goes forward with images of Jax, as so far, they've not changed her face back to the way it was. Over to AEW now, as on Dynamite, Matt Hardy addressed his scary fall from All Out. On this week's episode, Matt thanks the fans for being there before addressing his fall, and said how he realizes he frightened a lot of people, and the love he's received has been mind-blowing. Matt added that after several tests, he's expected to make a full recovery, and though he didn't claim to be the toughest man alive, he may be the luckiest, before the camera cut to his wife Rebby and their baby in the crowd. Matt also apologized for putting his family and friends through what he did at All Out, adding that it shows how much everyone cares about wrestlers. Though the Broken Rules match clearly didn't turn out as planned, it's probably for the best that his feud with Guevara is over, and they would have gone even further. Concluding, Matt said that he's going to get healthy and come back to become AEW World Champion, earning a standing ovation, and after his segment, Tony Schiavone and JR praised Hardy, hinting that he'll be taking a hiatus, but that his return's guaranteed and that he's much more than a tag team wrestler and could be world champion. Time will tell whether Hardy's promise comes true, but for now, the Broken One is taking a very much earned hiatus from the ring. Back to WWE now, and we're entering the Thunderdome next, which has undergone some changes from when it debuted. It wasn't too long after the Thunderdome was revealed that fans reported that moderators were telling them how to react, and after the company changed their tactic with Thunderdome fans each week, Busted Open Radio's Dave LaGrecia recently reported on his experiences on the air. LaGrecia explained that though the company didn't tell fans what to say, they suggested that fans show the camera what they're thinking, and also told some fans in dark rooms to turn their lights on. Fans were also instructed to be animated, as you never know when the Thunderdome will put your face on TV, but no specific instructions about how to act were given. There were obvious rules as well, including that signs should be show-related, and that nothing obscene should be shown on the screen by fans. Addressing the claims that WWE was telling fans how to react, LaGrecia said that fans were asked to let them know how they feel about the likes of Paul Heyman or Roman Reigns, but weren't instructed to cheer or boo anyone. It wasn't too long ago that moderators were telling fans how to cheer and boo, as fans were told they needed to give a thumbs up or thumbs down all night during segments, which explains why we saw so many fans doing this. It's clear that the Thunderdome is a learning process for everyone involved, especially WWE, and while we're all hoping real fans will be able to attend live soon, WWE have the Amway Center until at least October, with the option to extend their stay. And we're ending today with news from Batista, as fans have gotten their first glimpse of the animal in the upcoming Dune film. In the film, Batista's got a ghostly pale look thanks to the makeup team on the film, and will play Glossu Raban in the film, and the latest big project in the animal's Hollywood career. With the Marvel films, James Bond, and Blade Runner under his belt, Dune is just the latest huge film for the animal, and fans can see Batista in action when the film releases on December 18th.